Small update. This paperwork raised some questions, and I will answer them. April Imholte has received in her criminal case for drug possession a discovery disclosure. And I should clarify, after talking to an attorney, discovery disclosure and evidence are different. So when you are a prosecuting attorney and you're going, or even a defense, and you're going to submit things into discovery, you basically have to itemize every single thing that you intend to bring to discovery. Everything. So you have to cast a pretty broad net. You have to give a heads up, like, hey, in the next year throughout discovery, we are going to ask for all of this, and you have to be really, 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 really good about making sure you ask for everything that could possibly be relevant, because unless there is a major discovery mid-case, you can't amend your discovery findings, because you're letting the opposition party know what they're going to have to prepare to give you. So it would be really unfair if the government or the civil person suing you could just keep saying, like, hey, I want this too, and I want this too, and I want this too. It's all up front. These are all the things that we're going to need from you, so make sure you get them ready during this process. And one of the things that they mentioned in April's case with her drug possession is the body cam footage. I don't know if I'll be able to find this as well, but they basically have this checklist, and the police go through and they'll add a checklist for everything. Video recordings for body cam. But yeah, it's just a checklist. So they're saying we're probably going to add, or we're reserving the right to bring the body cam footage into evidence later. Not necessarily that it is into evidence, but it's a possibility. Also, people were questioning. They didn't realize that April Imholte had a criminal history. And I was told by a former prosecuting attorney that when you are charging somebody, because this is just like a checklist, defendant's criminal history is basically always checked because there's no harm of it. And you could say, like, well, you're wrong to ask that unless you have a reason to. But it's possible for the prosecuting attorney just to say, well, we're going to use the fact that she had no criminal history in our case, and you can't really dispute that. So criminal history is basically always checked, and they don't even check to see if you have criminal history first before doing it, because they can. I'll just pull it up later. So that's that. Don't get excited. What I'm trying to say, the point of this is that the body cam footage has not been entered into evidence in the April Imholte case, but it could be, which means that if you were an interested party that wanted to make sure that body cam footage never saw the light of day, you really gotta hope that April takes a plea deal at some point and doesn't force this into evidence, which she very well could do. In fact, because they've given her. They've put it on this checklist. She could ask for it. She has a right to review the evidence as the defendant in this case. So she could ask for it, and then because it's government property, she could publish it on her own. So she has full access to this body cam footage, basically unredacted whenever she wants. So if you really didn't want this body cam footage to get out, you got to be like, "Oh, April, you're so good." Oh, April, I'll never set you aside, my concubine. You'll always sit equal weight with my own wife. You gotta make sure she stays happy, bro. You got you by the balls, bro. Better make sure you pay that defense. Better sell that house. Better keep giving her what she wants. It's fall, man. You know what them bitches like? Bitches like shopping. Bitches like purses. Oh, you got the pumpkin spice lattes, like $10 cup. And you got that fall clothing. You got the sweaters. You got the cute kitsch sweatshirts and shit. Bitches be shopping, man. Better keep her happy. Better make sure she got the pumpkin spice everything. Hey, don't skimp. Pumpkin spice the fucking sweaters too. She wants to smell good. Get the pumpkin spice fragrance. Oh, the pumpkin spice. Oh, April, I'll never hurt you. I'm definitely not trying to placate you until all the criminal issues are resolved, so I can dispose of you in any way convenient to me. Oh, such is life in Minnesota, chat. Pumpkin spice the Baldo. The cups are $20. Oh man, it's all that pumpkin spice inflation. Pumpkin spice is not as cheap as it used to be. You gotta spend extra.